The Student Union at the University of Essex has created a big plan to ask students what they think the final priorities of the SU should be for next year. The SU came up with 12 different areas they think they should be focusing on. They asked the 15,000 students they have here at the uni to vote online, and then they created the big panel in Square 3 where they can complete the voting. This is the third and last day the students can come out and have their final say. The 12 different areas are running under the following headlines: My Course, Inclusive Campus, Amazing Experience, Cost of Living, Sports, Students' Union, Accommodation, Strikes, Employability, Academic Stress, Study Spaces, and Mental Health. I've spoken with Chrissy, the engagement manager at the SU, who is explaining to us the whole process.
Yes, so we are trying to understand from students what they want the SU to focus on next year. So we went out, we spoke to 1,000 students about issues that were important to them, and from that we grouped all of those things, and the highest things we made into these panels. So we've got 12 different panels with 12 different themes that basically highlight what is important to students. From that, we're asking them to stick a sticker, they get 4 votes on the things that are important to them, and the final shortlist goes ahead to Student Parliament to sign off. So we are working in the interest of students next year, basically.
Both undergraduate and postgraduate came out on this sunny day, looked at the different panels and weighted the possibilities. Finally, they made their top 4 choices and voted for them. As far as the boards show, the top 3 most popular topics are My Course, where they highlighted 3 main issues: I'm not satisfied with the quality of teaching, academic support, or communication. My exams and deadline are too close together. My timetable clashes. The next one in is the sports panel, which says, I feel like there should be more investment in sport. I like to see cheaper sport, and I like to see better facilities and equipment. And finally, the accommodation panel, on which you can read, my accommodation is too expensive, my rent is too high, and I can't afford to pay. I found finding place to live off campus difficult, and I've got problems with my landlord. Or it's too noisy where I live. I managed to talk to one of the many students who came out to vote, Joshua Koka, who is studying computer science in his final year, and I asked him a few questions. Why did you come out here to vote?
I feel like there's some things in the university that needs amending, because sometimes the university themselves can't actually see from their perspective what actually needs to be changed, but from a student's perspective it's more obvious. I think getting a student's opinion of something would actually help build up the university as a whole, I'll say. I voted for the sports, for them to have more facilities. The living cost is a little bit pricey sometimes, and I think that was it, yeah.
Yeah, and do you think your vote is important, and why?
It is cliche for people to say it doesn't really matter, but I think collectively, as a whole, I think the votes will actually make a difference, I would say.
And do you have any suggestions for students to come out? What would you say to students who hasn't voted yet?
I'll say they should just have a clearer understanding about the whole process, because when walking by you wouldn't really understand what the whole concept is about, but I think if you actually go up to them and actually elucidate them about the whole concept of what's going on, then they'll be more obliged to actually participate.
All the votes are being counted and summed up even at this specific moment, so I hope you all took a chance and put your word forward. I'm Andrea Sass from Essex, and that was all for today. Have a good evening.